Jung's theory of collective unconscious and archetypes. Carl Gustav Jung, one of the most controversial and influential psychologists of the 20th century, was for a while a close friend of Freud. Tough both shared some similar ideas regarding human psyche. Perhaps the fundamental departure point between them was regarding the role religion and spirituality play in psychological life. For Jung, on the other hand, the human psyche is by nature religious. In fact, the final cut in the relationship happened when Jung published his seminal work, The Archetypes and the Collective Unconscious, in which he explicitly and in-depth expressed his religious ideas. However, his truly innovative idea was the collective unconscious, that is, a second psychic system of a collective, universal, and impersonal nature which is identical in all individuals. The collective unconscious does not develop individually but is inherited. It consists of pre-existent forms, the archetypes, which can only become conscious secondarily and which give definite form to certain psychic contents. Jung referred to a number of important archetypes constituting the collective unconscious, such as anima, animus, the wise man, shadow, transformation, and the great mother, but he undoubtedly considered the self as the most central one. According to Jung, while the ego occupies the center of the consciousness, the self occupies the center of the whole personality. The self is realized as the product of individuation, which in Jungian view is the process of integrating one's personality. This state of individuation is essentially a spiritual experience and the deep desired goal of any human being. The comparison of Jung's collective unconscious theory and the Qur'anic theory of personality. Jung viewed religion as a source of meaning and stability in an uncertain world. We learn that Roh is always mentioned in the context of birth and death of Al-Quran. Specifically, when God's Roh is breathed into clay, the latter becomes a leaf, and when the Roh leaves the body becomes clay again, it dies. This is a Jungian way of thinking. As mentioned, Jung had referred to the collective unconscious as the deeper and most inaccessible layer of unconscious. According to Jung, this layer of unconscious contains the archetypes and its nature is universal and suprapersonal. No wonder that Jung considered the collective unconscious the crucial source of spirituality, and toward the end of his life cult is simply God. Jung believed that the collective unconscious is the resultant of the experience of countless generations and has passed by heredity from one generation to another. According to the Quran, on the other hand, the first human being, Adam, came into existence armed with Roh. Roh from this perspective is simply God's fingerprint. God not only created Adam by injecting his Roh into him, but through the medium of Roh. He also imprinted in him basic knowledge. This knowledge was not acquired or the result of experience, and then passed through heredity. It was simply there from the beginning of time.